Hello. Very quickly, special announcement. For anyone, and I hate to say this, but for anyone contemplating buying material from me or buying content from the website, please do not until after the first of the year. I live in a small town and the post office is just crazy, and I don't have an assistant as of yet down here to be able to mail them. She's back in Virginia when I go there. So please do not purchase any content. If you have already, it'll be honored, obviously, but do not buy any content until after the first of the year, because I just had to mail these off at UPS, and to say that it was a little painful is an understatement. I'm still grateful that I was able to get the orders out, but it's just too much money to mail. I got up very early to do this. Like I said, I don't have an assistant here yet. It'll be after the first of the year, but nah, man. I had to go to UPS. It's cost like maybe 2 or 3 times, maybe 3 or 4 times what it costs at the post office. And I live in a small town where there are a lot of what they call snowbirds. They come down and then they have family elsewhere. Charles, yes, that's hi, Charles. Before they get up, because they're older, well, not most, I'm generalizing, but around before 12 o'clock was easy to get a package off, but man, these jokers had to wake up at 5, 6 in the morning, because the line was an hour and a half long. Been an hour and a half long the last 3 days. What's today? Friday? No, the whole week. So I just said, let me just go to UPS to get them out. And it costs a lot of money. So basically, and I'm not complaining, but I'm just not going to do this anymore until the first year. So I'm going to have my assistant also put up a flyer and just ask people not to purchase any product or not to expect me to mail them or us to mail them until after the first of the year. For those of you who are musicians, the $5 lessons are now up. At least one is up. I'm going to be doing a couple today as well. What I'm trying to do is offer some valuable lessons that have inspired me over the years to be a better saxophonist, a better musician, in a bite size. So if somebody pays just because it's $5 doesn't mean that it's some valuable information in that $5 lesson that could change your life, musically speaking. All right. So those are lessons that you download. So I won't, won't have to mail anything out. For those of you who've been asking, the video for You Got It All is coming out in the next couple of days. Probably I'd say on Tuesday. And the single will be ready next Friday for you to download and to put into your playlist. All right? Yeah, so my latest material is Sin Palabras. That's the album that I did. It has 2 songs in Spanish. One of them is called Bachata Rosa, done by Juan Luis Guerra, who's an absolutely brilliant writer, bachata, from Dominican Republic. The only one I sing in Spanish is a Cuban song called Abur Paisano, story of the Cuban-Spanish War, 2 people engaging. That's kind of cool. And so I kind of liken it to what's going on in this country, a lot of BS. So, and the other one's Tribute to Soul. We just went in the studio and just had some fun and did a record with Green Onions on it back in the day. Green Onions was extremely popular. Memphis Underground, Come Live With Me by Isaac Hayes, by Yero from War, and just some nice remakes, and I just have fun doing them. I'm gonna let you know. This is what happened when I was looking at the documentary of the Jets, and the lead singer who sang that song was, I think, 11 or 12 years old when she went to the studio, right? And she killed it. And they were I think she was singing to her puppy or something like that. Can you imagine? That song was sung by an 11-year-old girl. So I watched the documentary, and to find out that she had 4th-stage cancer in her 20s, the lead singer, 4th-stage cancer, and survived. And in her, I think, I don't know, a couple of years after the 20s or whatever situation, she decided just to give it all up, got married and had some children, and now she performs with them on occasion. But the story was so moving that I just rolled out of bed, washed up a little bit, grabbed the horn, and ran to the studio. And it's one of my best presentations. Produced by John Roberts, Phil Davis, mixed by Paul Arnold. Also, too, I need to mention right now that mixed and co-produced on Lazy Afternoon was Pierre Huberson. I need to get better at that, remembering how to give people their propers, when they do so much good work for me, or, with me, rather. So Pierre Huberson was a co-producer and the mixing engineer for Lazy Afternoon, which I think was top 10 on Billboard. still doing very, very well on YouTube and Spotify. So please pick that up. But please do not buy any physical merchandise until after the first of the year, because I live in a very small town. As most of you know, I have a bad knee, so standing up for an hour and a half with no break in the line, I ain't doing that. And if I do UPS, it's going to be, a lot of money. So I don't want to charge people for a lot, charge people like that. Okay. So my next performance will be February 14th in Dallas, Texas. I don't know who's on the bill, but it's my first time playing a show with multiple acts on it in a long, long time. So, and I'm opening, so I'll let you guys know when that is. All right. Again, the purpose of this is to let people know, please do not buy any. If you are thinking about it, don't buy any physical product until after the first of the year, because like I said, I live in a small town, and this post office is crazy. And the UPS is like 3 or 4 times the value, what I pay. All right. Thank you so very much for your support. Really, really appreciate it. And I'm going to go back to the studio, finish this song. And I'm going to take a ride in my little car and take the top off. And have a good day. And you the same. All right. Bye-bye.